Good morning, beautiful people. Been a while since I did like a little quick video, but I was just hanging around in our cool little town this morning on a Saturday. I am headed to visit my mom, but I was just thinking about, when you're spending time by yourself and you don't have something in your ears all the time, which I know is becoming a very popular pastime, is just to always have something in our ears, whether it be music or podcasts or whatever. But when you're just by yourself and you just kind of sit in the silence or the nature sounds or whatever, like it gives you time to think and to process, to pray. And, I just personally have really been struggling lately. I'm just really trying to dive into the power of prayer as far as like believing it and seeing what the Bible has to say about prayer, even like praying for our enemies and working on blessing those who curse us, and praying for people you love who are struggling, and you're just watching things unfold or unravel and you're just so worried and concerned. And God constantly is like, you keep your eyes focused on me. You pray things according to my will and in my name, and it will be done. So when we're praying for, our loved ones to come to know Jesus, like that's his will, and we partner with someone and we're praying that where two or more are gathered, like God's going to hear it. Or you're praying for a marriage, or you're praying for a family, to be united, just all those kind of things. That's the will of God. And so, like I said, you partner with someone and you're praying for those things, it's going to happen, but it doesn't happen on our time frame, God uses circumstances and people and things. And it's very probable that we might not even be the ones to say something or do something that is like that final match, that just kind of ignites this change. It could be someone completely random or some just natural situation or whatever. So anyway, as I was walking, I just was praying over some things and, just feeling some excitement of, what, God, I can live a life of joy. I can release the worry. I can trust you. I was listening to a couple podcasts lately just about, just some restoration stories, people that have been through hell, and just how the Lord had used circumstances and gotten them where they needed to be. And, the Holy Spirit just continually did his work, and, just how God brought all that around. And, just wanting to surround myself with those kind of testimonies so that I can be reminded that, hey, whatever you're looking at, it's not the end. If it's not good, it's not finished, And so just wanted to put a little encouragement there, just something to think about. The Bible does say, you will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is fixed on you because he trusts you. So, when our focus is on God, our peace just comes because we're focused on him and his power and the hope that he's given us, that I can change and I can learn to forgive and I can learn to trust and I can learn to have grace and I can learn to keep my mouth shut or whatever the case may be. Like, God's constantly teaching me all that stuff, and I can grow in that regardless of what's going on around me. Like, I'm in charge of that, right? So am I paying attention to the Lord's promptings? Maybe somebody's praying for me, that I need to learn a thing or two. So anyway, just want to share that. I hope you guys are encouraged today, and just make it a great day. All right. See ya next time.